Good morning. I was about to look for my mic. I forgot the mic on the new camera is like built in. So, hi, it's early for me. It's 9:26. It's early for me to be recording. How about that? But it just felt right. I went to go pick the frequency that was going to go along with your gifts, like what I was drawn to. And initially, I clicked a road opener, right? And I'm like, well, that's a new gift. I haven't come across anybody with that one, the ability to open and close doors spiritually for themselves, right? But when I clicked into that, my eye was drawn to a different one that was on the side. And that one is called the cycle breaker. So that's going to be running in the background while we do this. It's sort of like the in between conduit thing that is guiding me through this process. But that does mean that the gift that I needed to bring your attention to the most was the fact that you are the cycle breaker for your family. So I am going to pull up your chart in the background just so I can point out what I am getting psychically or through the cards in here. So let's get started with the character oracle. I like this one because it gives me like titles and descriptions like shaman, easy peasy. So what I tell you is these strong skills. Strong. I always love those people that can crack their necks and do things. I can't. I'm still gonna pretend just to get into the feeling of it. I can't. Freaking ready. So gift number one, right? It's visionary, but it's like you inspire yourself through your visions. The first thing I was going to say looking at your chart was prophecy, like the ability to see beyond what's in front of you right now. But that's a gift that you're coming into, developing into. Your South Node has you coming from the concrete mind, which is the very logical mind, to the abstract mind, which is the one that is available to recognize that there are no boundaries. It's like the limitless mind, right? That's the Gemini to Sagittarius axis, going from very logical to abstract to anything can happen type energy. That power is your gift. You're able to see the black and white of things as you are visioning out a path, like, but this could go this way or that could go this way. Have you ever seen Doctor Strange? Because that's what it's giving me. Very Doctor Strange. Like he could see all the possibilities for something and then come back out of his little meditation or whatever he did like 20 seconds later, although it had been a lot of time, like in his mind. And he'd be like, nah, that won't work. I just saw all the outcomes. That is what your gift is building up to. And there's a big turning point in self that I am triggering right now. See this right here? And your chart is called Flawless. That is when something flips for you. You have it at the beginning of your belief system, right? That is the ninth house, the house of Sagittarius, the one ruling your whole chart, right? My rising is right there. I am triggering a turning point in what you believe is possible. And I think it's pretty much through me telling you stuff that I have no business knowing, have no way of knowing, but it being very accurate. You needed to know that all of your visions and the things that you were sensing and feeling have a grounding somewhere. They aren't just made up. The logical mind or the concrete mind is stuck in this structure, like it's like earth. You think this, you see this. If it's not there, it does not exist, right? That's not all there is, though. And you are stepping into that energy of using your knowledge of the fact that this is not all there is to pivot as you need to through life. So your ability to see things before they happen and make the best trajectory best based on your prophecy is a gift that you are coming into. Now, in a very muggle way, I guess I should have said spiritual gifts, but so behind me I have, let me see that. That's called a resurrection plant, right? it starts closed. You sit it in water for a while and it starts to bloom. The interesting thing about this plant is that it can't be killed. You just take it out of water every couple of days and it closes back up, but it exists. No matter, it exists to live and die over and over again. It just keeps blossoming for years. It's not a killable thing. So they call it the resurrection plant. This is chef. In my mind, this is telling me you have the ability to work with things like Moral Resurrection plant, or to include stuff in your food. Like for the last couple of weeks, I've been including the special peach honey and bee pollen in all my teas because I'm getting down with like my witchy stuff. That's what you have the power to do. So your food heals. Your food nourishes other people. That's a bit of your Virgo in your ninth house too, right? But if you were to start using like, let me show you. Excuse me if my screen glitches. And their uses just to give you like a chart. So if you are somebody who cooks for your family on a regular basis, right? You would start including stuff not only based upon what it tastes like and what your recipes are and stuff, but you would learn what the different meanings are of the things that you're putting in there. You might even start putting some extra things that you would not have. I just want to act up on me now. Have usually put in there because you were helping yourself. So, say for instance, this vision. Hold on, let me get the light. This vision kicks in, right? And you're like, oh shit, I need some extra money because there's an opportunity to come up to do A, B, C, and D. So therefore, you would go create something, right? But you would include cloves. You would add a little bit of ginger and some dill, or you'd base a recipe on those things because you were embedding your food with the intention of bringing more money to you. That's the same thing as when you do like your tea and you turn clockwise to draw something to you and counterclockwise to send something out. You are going to be doing sneaky magic that nobody knows you're doing, just based upon the natural essence of things that other people don't know. Like you're going to use cinnamon and cumin and all that sort of stuff anyway, but nobody knows that the things you're using are going to be for wisdom, intelligent, opening roads, breaking chains. So to get back to that breaking chains thing, your sudden fourth backs up very much that you are becoming independent in your home, right? Because the beginning of your fourth house is Pisces. What is Pisces? It is the sign of past life karma, things to be cleared out. And for you, it's a lot of victimhood that came apart or comes apart as a part of that first part of your home, your emotional foundation in this life, because it's all a past life ripple, right? This life you wanted to transform yourself. So this second part over here is you in your own home as a warrior. You fighting your own captivity. I'm gonna say anybody who tried to hold you down from doing what you wanted to because the other part of you. And I said that Sag energy, right? This is the traveler. This is something I'm feeling like all of these things are in a way. I don't want to say being baited in front of you, but you have not had full access to them before now. This reading is supposed to be giving you a trigger, a sign of what is possible, what is to come. Uh, there's this show called American Horror Story, and this connects to what I'm talking about. Just rock with me for a second, right? On the show, there's this group of witches that find out the Antichrist is alive and they can't defeat him in their time. So what they do is they send their astral selves back to a past life. But in order for them to survive long enough to creep up on the Antichrist and like nuck if you buck them, right? They could take the most powerful girl and they link her with the weakest girl. But they give the weaker girl power over the most powerful girl, right? They tell her, like, hey, you have to keep her in a place of servitude so nobody can recognize her power. So they literally made sure that there were people around this very powerful witch, the most powerful witch of them all, to suppress her so that nobody knew how powerful she was or what her real role was until it was time for her to step into that role. That is what I am sensing in your chart. And that mainly comes from, you see how your moon is at the 25th degree? The 25th degree is a final exam of self. You have your transformation, a subconscious transformation that is meant to happen. So a change in the way that you think and feel that allows you to become the warrior and the leader of your own home, because you are starting your own branch. That is the chain you are breaking. Whatever past patterns there were that had the females, because this is from your mom's side, stay in relationships that no longer serves them or didn't allow them their independence, is the chain you're broken. You're going to be like the, I don't want to say a military mom, but technically you are going to be like the warrior in your house. Like you have your kids, y'all will have your own schedule, y'all do stuff a certain way, like you're running it like a ship, but it's because you are reinforcing a structure that has not been there before. As a woman who is doing both home and sharing this experience through work, the more you learn, the more you have to share. And it looks like you're a bit of a healer in your work field and then a bit of a writer also. But you just share what you learn in your career that helps other women get out of the position that you've been in. Why am I saying other women? Because your Mars, your drive, your main power is in your ability to convert your emotions. So, for instance, you could be sad about your situation and then you're happy you got out of it, right? And then suddenly you're like, oh my gosh, but there are other women who are still stuck in this situation. And that motivates you, like, hey, I need to share this information about this resource or A, B, C, and D, or even what you learned about the herbs or your gift of prophecy that led you, your synchronicities. Just know that everything that you were going through at this time and going forward is moving you into the right position for you to break out of that oppression that has been holding you down, so nobody knew what your real power was, and that is that of the chain breaker. So you're a master of disguise also. That was the bonus fourth one. Your poker face is mean. Is what I'm getting here. Okay? So it seems like you have the gifts of a strategist. You can see what's coming when you meditate. You can go through all the outcomes. You can literally cook your way through magic. The way I'm up here doing candles and all this stuff, you don't even have to go there. You can do it through your food. You can do it through concoctions that you make. Like if you start making special drinks and be like, yeah, no, I'm just on a health kick, babe. But your drinks are clearing the roads out within yourself, cleaning the parasites out your gut so you can raise your vibration, right? Because this traveler one, this Sag energy is a part of your future. You seeing new things, being inspired and sharing that in your career. You are going further than other people in your family have been because of that. This travel thing is a part of the chain breaking. So when you are traveling, know that you are going to be spiritually led. Even where you are right now is spiritually led. There are these people called grid workers. They go to different places and they heal the earth based upon what has happened in their land. It feels like when you travel, you'll start to get the insight over time that you're going here to heal stuff ancestrally for your family. Like if this is where grandma 10 times back originally lived, you would go there and you would get like a totem or something. You would bring it back home because she has been removed from the family because she was somewhere far, far out. So her juju, her DNA, what she put into the family isn't connecting. You are repairing your bloodline. And you will do that through travel, through food, through healing, through creating a family that every other branch under you will be stronger than the one it started as. You are doing the most difficult work for your family line because you are breaking the chains that masculine energy has had over your mom's line this whole time. Now, when you step out of the situation of being in that connection, that's when this is going to kick in. Don't know what opportunity it's going to be, but there's going to be a chance for you to go. And it's even with your babies with you, just to see more than you thought you were going to see. Your life is going to be so much more opulent, and a lot of that is just coming from your freedom, but it's going to be completely different than what you envision for yourself. Because I'm definitely seeing the mom who has a bedtime for her kids, has lunches that she packs for them and stuff, but also who's going on family vacation 4 times a year. Like that's the energy, a woman who holds it all down until somebody else who can match that comes along. That's another reading. You needed to know that you have the gift of foresight and the ability to connect the dots with that foresight because your ancestors are helping you and they also come through your hands. So when you're in there cooking it up, know sometimes that you're being guided in that, but it would help you to start looking at the herbs and the stuff like that. So you can play around with different concoctions and their results. Your magic is going to be herbal. You can look into this. It's called low country magic, of low folk magic, or folk magic. It's just you using what's around you, like sunflower. I like to be cheerful today. So you're having sunflower tea. Just play around with the elements because you have a physical gift that grounds very quickly. And because you are Aries, once you start embarking on a mission, it's like the spark sets and it just gets bigger the more that you fuel it. That's that. I said you had the gift of aspiration, motivation. You just have to find the thing that makes you feel like, holy shit, that's it. And that will come to you during meditation. Your transformations of yourself and the way that you think happen when you're sitting alone and you allow yourself to feel. And then after that, you get sparked because you have an 8th house Mars, which means that you have to dig deep into the shadows for your power because you have been held back for this mission to have enough power for what you're about to do now. So have a great day now.